Welcome to the Honkai Star Rail Hunger Games. If you haven't already seen one of these types of videos on YouTube, this is a Hunger Games text-based simulator based on the book and movie series. Essentially, it's just a giant death match to see who the ultimate victor will be. So for today, I imported 36 Honkai Star Rail characters, which we will go over right now. In District 1, we have Himeko, Welt, and Herta. I really did not have the heart to put Pom Pom in this game. District 2 is Danhong, March 7th, and the Trailblazer. District 3 is Kafka, Blade, and Silverwolf. District 4 is Clara, Svarog, and a Hook. I'm picturing that meme with the guy like holding two children on a leash. District 5 is Asta, Arlen, and Topaz. District 6 is Bronya, Zila, and Pela. 7 is Natasha, Sampo, Luca, also that guy with the leash and the two kids. 8 is Japard, Serval, and Lynx, the Landau siblings. District 9 is Locha, Sushang, and Jinglu. District 10 is Jingyuan, Yanqing, and Fushen. District 11 is Yukong, Tingyun, and Qingcha. And District 12 is Huohuo, Gunaithan, and Bailu. Imagine being a brand new character and you immediately get thrown to a death match. Place your bets now. Who do we think is going to win? And who's just gonna fall off a cliff or something? Anyway, the stage is set. Let's get started with the game. We arrive at the bloodbath. At the start of the Hunger Games, all of the participants stand in a big circle with what is known as the cornucopia in the center, which houses weapons, supplies, food, yada yada. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds, signaling the start of the game. Blade finds a bag full of explosives. All right, a nice terrifying start to this game. Himeko finds 50 stellar jade in a box, but there's still 10 short from a warp. That is like the worst feeling. I did add a bunch of Honkai Star Rail specific prompts to this game, by the way. Svarog runs away from the cornucopia, a wise move. Herta increases their max defense by 9%. Yanqing runs away from the cornucopia. Sushang runs away. Hook runs away. Welt runs. Trailblazer runs. Lots of runners today. Zila and Tingyun fight for a bag. Tingyun gives up and retreats. I think I would too if I was up against Zila. Huohuo runs away from the cornucopia. Clara and Silverwolf fight for a bag. Silverwolf gives up and retreats. Bronya stays at the cornucopia for resources. Fushen runs away. Kafka runs away. Topaz clutches a first aid kit and runs away. Arlen runs. Jingyuan runs. Yukong gathers as much food as she can. March 7th and Natasha work together to drown Danhong. Not your fellow Astral Express crew member, March. I feel like Natasha probably put her up to that one.
There's no friends in the Hunger Games, March.
Sampo finds 10 stellar jades in a box, but it's not enough to make a difference. Bummer. Bailu finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Japard runs away from the cornucopia. Gunaithan finds a bow, some arrows, and a quiver. Lynx runs away. Pela runs away. Locha runs away. Qingcha deploys a shield. Jinglu finds a bag of explosives. Luca runs away. Asta runs away. And Serval runs away. Not a lot of killing in this first round. I'm a little surprised considering it's called the bloodbath. Day 1. All right, here we go. Herta scares Sampo off. Svarog chases Hook. Okay, you're on the same team. So Svarog's probably like, get back here, Hook. I'm just picturing Svarog being a babysitter and he's just so unhappy. Trailblazer hunts for other tributes. Lynx is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Locha can't stop thinking about Kafka. Himeko constructs a shack. Serval stalks Pela. Y'all are supposed to be friends. Please don't tell me you're gonna kill her. Blade attacks Fushen, but she manages to escape. Blade would just go in for the kill immediately. Zila finds 10 stellar jade, but it's not enough to make a difference as well. Yanqing receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Jingliu thinks about Wababoos. Clara hunts for other tributes. Bronya, Bailu, Natasha, and Sushang raid Tingyun's camp while she is hunting. Luca sneakily drinks a cup of Himeko's leftover coffee, but it is poisoned and kills him. I'm just imagining a singular cup of coffee sitting on a stump in the middle of the field. Oh, hey, nice. Who left this here? Meanwhile, Himiko's behind a tree snickering at his stupidity. Qingcha sets an explosive off, killing Silverwolf, Jingyuan, and Asta. Okay, pop off with the triple kill. Huohuo discovers a cave. Topaz deploys a shield for Welt and Gunaithan. Arlen kills Yukong with a sickle. Kind of surprised by that. March 7th thinks about Peppy. Aw. Japard fishes, and Kafka makes a wooden spear. From day 1, Danhong, Luca, Silverwolf, Jingyuan, Asta, and Yukong have left us. On to night 1. Pela, Fushen, Arlen, Hook, and Topaz sleep in shifts. Sushang cries herself to sleep. Locha climbs a tree to rest. Serval fends Svarog, Himiko, and Lynx away from her fire. Not your own sister. Qingqiu loses sight of where she is. It's probably the guilt from her triple kill. Trailblazer is startled by one of Herta's puppets who is standing around in the woods. That's terrifying. Also, I feel like that's actually cheating that Herta has puppets in the Hunger Games. March 7th and Yanqing hold hands. Okay. Gwenaifen quietly hums. Welt convinces Kafka to snuggle with him. How did you do that? You know it is wise for us to preserve warmth.
Yeah, whatever.
Blade and Huohuo fight Jingliu and Tingyun. Blade and Huohuo survive? That is the most unlikely pair, I swear. Herta can't stop thinking about Kafka. She's probably plotting how she's gonna take her down. Zila's trap kills Natasha. Underground on underground violence. Clara and Bronya huddle for warmth. Bailu kills Japard with a sickle. Sampo whispers, "I did it for Pom Pom before perishing." I love that prompt. He did it for the drama. He probably did that because he saw a camera looking at him in the tree. Day 2. Clara dies from hypothermia. Svarog is about to be livid when he finds out. Pela distracts Kafka by throwing 1,000 credits at them, then runs away. I'm surprised she fell for that. Herta, Bailu, March 7th, and Topaz hunt for other tributes. Blade increases their max defense by 9%. All right, bulking up. Hook finds 10 stellar jades in a box, but it's not enough to make a difference. Welt tries to sleep through the entire day. Svarog is... I'm sorry. Svarog is killed by an enraged warp trotter. How did that happen? Maybe he was desperately trying to get to Clara and just like tripped over it and fell off of a cliff or something. I don't know. Serval finds 10 stellar jades in a box, but enough. Yeah. Zila receives a letter that reads, "Finish the job." Qingqiu hunts for other tributes. Arlen is also killed by an enraged warp trotter. Okay, someone needs to find that thing and take it down. Huohuo finds 10 stellar jades as well. I really likes that prompt. Fushan runs away from Sushang. Trailblazer runs into a wubaboo in the woods. It asks Trailblazer to go fetch some water. They decline the request and run away. That's pretty suspicious. I think I'll do the same thing. I feel like that's a trap. Gwenaifen deploys a shield for Bronya and Locha. Lynx camouflages herself in the bushes. That's canon. Himiko accidentally steps on a landmine. Oh no. Yanqing follows a mirage of Peppy into the deep woods. They are never seen or heard from again. That's really sad too. Oh man, 10 cannon shots. Jingliu, Tingyun, Natasha, Japard, Sampo, Clara, Svarog, Arlen, Himiko, and Yanqing. Let me look at the stats really quick. Wow, Qingqiu is currently in the lead with 3 whole kills, followed up by Huohuo and Blade, who both have 2. And we're only on night 2. So many deaths so far. Hook, Zila, Pela, and Topaz sleep in shifts. Blade tries to treat his infection, and Trailblazer can't stop thinking about Kafka. Everyone's minds are just looped on Kafka during this game. Herta receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Kafka has a nightmare about wubaboos. Huohuo catches Sushang off guard and kills her. Huohuo really said, "Everyone's underestimating me. I'm about to show them." Gwenaifen looks at the night sky. Bronya stays awake all night. Lynx is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Welt sets up camp for the night. March 7th dies from hypothermia. What a sad, lonely way to go during the Hunger Games. Bailu and Qingqiu fight Locha and Serval. Bailu and Qingqiu survive. So Locha and Serval rest in peace to the blonde baddies. Fushan has a nightmare about wubaboos as well. Day 3. Pela thinks about Peppy. Hook travels to higher ground. Trailblazer makes a wooden spear. Qingqiu collects fruit from a tree. Zila and Lynx get into a fight over who the best Landau sibling is. Zila, a Lynx stan, shoves Lynx off a cliff. I'm sorry, what just happened? I knew writing this prompt that it'd be so weird if a Landau sibling was involved in it. Zila really said if you love them, let them go. Bronya distracts Huohuo by throwing 1,000 credits at them, then runs away. Fushan increases their max HP by 16%. Topaz finds 50 stellar jades in a box, but they're still 10 short from a warp. Welt discovers a river. Herta thinks about home. Kafka camouflages herself in the bushes. Gwenaifen discovers a river. Blade receives clean water from an unknown sponsor, and Bailu explores the arena. All right, Sushang, March 7th, Locha, Serval, and Lynx have died. Oh no, the poor Landau siblings. Night 3. Fushan screams for help. Relatable. Herta defeats Welt in the fight, but spares his life. Zila tends to Topaz's wounds. Kafka tends to Hook's wounds. Blade tends to Bronya's wounds. What is going on? Bailu falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Pela thinks about Peppy again. Gwenaifen and Trailblazer run into each other and decide a truce for the night. Qingqiu loses sight of where she is, and Huohuo tries to sing herself to sleep. Day 4. Blade can't stop thinking about Kafka. That makes sense. Trailblazer receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. That is terrifying. Huohuo finds 10 stellar jades in a box, but not enough to make a difference. Gwenhyfen thinks about Wababoos. Zila severely injures Bronya and leaves her to die. Zila receives a letter that reads, "Finish the job. Finish the job. Finish the job." Oh, that knowledge made me sneeze. How could you do that to Bronya, Zila? That's your woman. That's your woman. You're supposed to love each other, not kill each other. You think they had a truce? Did they have a pact or something? You know, take me out so I don't have to see you die. I don't know. I'm just coping right now. I'm absolutely coping. You know everyone in the capital is having a heyday right now when they saw that one down. Herta is killed by a Mara-struck soldier. How did he get in here? Qingce diverts Welt's attention and runs away. Fushen sprains her ankle while running away from a hook. Pela and Kafka hunt for other tributes. Topaz thinks about Peppy. Okay, the mood is like such a downer right now. Bailu, Bronya, and Herta. That did not need to happen. Night 4. Fushen climbs a tree to rest. Hook and Kafka tell stories about themselves to each other. Zila starts a fire. She's going through it right now, I bet. Topaz, Gwenhyfen, Trailblazer, Huohuo, and Blade sleep in shifts. Pela, Welt, and Qingce cheerfully sing songs together. Yeah, not the time, you guys. A little inappropriate, but okay. We've made it to the feast. This is the halfway point. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tributes' families. Topaz sets an explosive off, killing Hook. Kafka sets an explosive off, killing Qingce, Pela, and Welt. 4 people just got blown up. Blade, Fushen, Gwenhyfen, and Trailblazer track down and kill Huohuo. I was rooting for you. You're the new character. Zila decides not to go to the feast, you know? She just doesn't want to face the damage of what she did to Bronya. Day 5. Gwenhyfen is thinking about Wababoos. Zila digs through the trash. They find nothing of importance. Fushen questions her sanity. Topaz is killed by an enraged warp trotter. I see we have not dealt with that yet. Blade searches for firewood. Trailblazer thinks about home. Kafka finds 50 stellar jades in a box, but they're 10 short from a warp. Hook, Qingce, Pela, Welt, Huohuo, and Topaz rest in peace. Night 5. Fushen is killed by an enraged warp trotter. Can the enraged warp trotter win the Hunger Games? Who's most likely to win? Him. His name's Kevin. Yeah, he's mad. Why is he mad? I don't know. Gwenhyfen and Blade huddle for warmth. Zila is awoken by nightmares. Oh my god. I cannot. Kafka ambushes Trailblazer and kills her. I feel like that's kind of poetic in a way. Wow. All right. I think we're down to the final 4. Let's see what happens on day 6. I'm getting excited. Kafka goes hunting. Gwenhyfen increases their max defense by 9%. Smart. Blade collects fruit from a tree. Zila sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Ooh, oh my god. We got an arena event. These are so deadly, and there's only 4 characters left. This might end horribly. The arena turns pitch black, and nobody can see a thing. While fighting, Zila and Gwenhyfen lose their balance, roll down a jagged hillside, and die. And Kafka accidentally makes contact with spiny, lethal plant life. All 3 of them died, which means Blade is the winner from District 3. Blade has taken home the prize for the Honkai Star Rail Hunger Games. He didn't even have to do anything. Everyone just took themselves out in that arena event. Blade is a little bit fragile, but he's also got some violence in his soul, so I'm not too surprised here. All right, Blade and Kafka in first and second. I think we could have expected that, perhaps. And Don Hung all the way down in last place. I feel like Blade is laughing about that stat. Well, that was fun. I enjoyed mixing it up with all the Honkai Star Rail prompts in this one. If you guys have any other prompts you want me to add, feel free to leave comments below. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you want to see more Honkai Star Rail Hunger Games in the future. Be sure to check out my Genshin Impact Hunger Games series if you have not already watched those. Also, be sure to check out Huohuo. She is the newest 5-star abundance character in Honkai Star Rail. Check out the link in this video's description for a download link if you're not already playing the game. You know, she's a little bit of a scaredy cat, but she's also a spirit hunter. I'll be interested to see how that plays out in her character. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.